What's going on, guys? What's good? Welcome back. Well, guys, today we got another mod. Let me show you what we're gonna be doing to the Shelby today. This one, of course, goes on the back. And today we're gonna be changing this thing right here, the rear deck lid. And what are we gonna be changing it with? That one right there. Yes, I'm going to put the GT500 deck lid on my GT350. I just think this thing looks so cool, and I wanted one. I actually found one. I found this one about 2 hours away from my house. So I drove 2 hours to go pick this thing up and drove right back home. I couldn't pass up the price for what the guy was selling it for. He had a 2020 GT500 that he traded in. He did the carbon fiber trim to his, so he had that one. And I was on Facebook Marketplace looking, and I saw it, and I messaged him, and he's like, I have it. The only thing is I'm about 2 hours away from you. And so I said, you know what, say less. Hopped in and took off to go get it. So this is something that I had been wanting to do to the car. Now I know, I get it. It's the GT500. Mine's a GT350. Like I said, it doesn't bother me. It's something that I wanted. I think it just looks cool, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it and put it on the car. So let's go ahead and change out this deck lid, and let's see how this comes out. Now for this one, to remove the deck lid, gonna have to remove these two covers right here. There are some screws or bolts behind it that I need to take off. And then from there, I gotta be very careful because I have to use a plastic pry tool to pry these things down all along the edge. There are tabs in here, so I have to be careful. Pry that off, then the whole deck lid should come off, and then I have to use the existing hardware for the new one, then replace the backup camera. Just comes off of this one, goes on to the other one, and then after that just reverse the process. Put that one on, and that should be it. All right, so I was noticing that I was putting in the pry tool, trying to pry it from here, but it was a little too tough. And I was watching a video referring back to where the gentleman says that if you go too hard, you will end up putting dents in your trunk. And he did something else to his to take off his, and I'm just gonna go ahead and go with his process. You know, like the saying says, there's more than one way, or more than one way to skin a cat. So he went ahead and took off his trunk liner and went through the back. And what you do is, see if it'll focus, the tabs are back there on this side and on that side. What you do is you take a pair of needle nose pliers and you take a pair of needle nose pliers and you pinch the metal tabs and you work it till it disengages, and then from there it should release it. Makes it a whole lot easier. That way you don't mar up your trunk or the deck lid. So let's go ahead and do that. Like I said, it's just another extra step that you got to take, but if it keeps me from scratching the deck lid or scratching the trunk, I'll do it. All right, so that trick worked. Disengaged from the back and the deck lid came off. So now I gotta just put the metal tabs back in. Some of them are missing. It's on the other, or on the 350 deck lid. This gives me time now that it's off. This gives me time now to go ahead and clean all this back here. I have some waterless wash. I went ahead and already changed out the backup camera. It had, of course, the little housing for the backup camera. I went ahead and already changed it to the GT500 one. Went ahead and put that on. Let me show you on the front, little side by side there. Yeah, that 500 one just, it looks sick. I really like the way that one looks. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and clean the trunk, like I said, with waterless wash, and then I will go ahead and put this one on now and connect it, and we should be good. All right, so went ahead and reconnected the backup camera, put in the 2 bolts on this side, 2 bolts on this side. Now we just got to put on the trunk liner back on, hook this on, and that should be it. All right guys, so everything's already buttoned up, back to normal. Put the covers back on, put the trunk liner back on, and this is the end result. I like it. Again, I know some people are going to say, wow, you drove 2 hours just for a deck lid. But if you have a GT500, or if you even have a 350 and you're trying to get to this deck lid for your car, just going through Ford, these things are running pretty expensive for what they are. Anywhere from $500–600. And I know that because I wanted to just go to the dealership and see if I could get the emblem, and they would not sell me the emblem. They said I had to buy the whole thing. Came out to almost $550. But yeah, he gave me a deal that I could not pass on. I didn't even pay anywhere near close to that, so making the 2-hour drive, of course, was well worth it. There you go, guys. Deck lid installed. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Guys, once again, thanks for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.